Semi-final game on the Venom Challenge on the gold bracket. Mac High taking on McAllen Memorial for the right to take on Mission Veterans in the championship game. Mac High to our right side, McAllen Memorial to our left, and the Lady Bulldogs secure the first point of the game. Serve it across. Played by Memorial. They can't return the serve, and an ace served up. And 2-0 out of the gate. Mac High on top. McAllen back at the service line. Serve that across. Played on the back row. That's down the line, and that's a point for Memorial. Makes it a 2-1 game. McAllen Memorial got here by knocking off Nikki Rowe earlier. Mac High had the bye, so this is the first action of the night for the Lady Bulldogs. Jump serve across, played up high at the center, tipped over the block, and that's a point for Mac High. They go up 3-1. Front of the net with just enough pace to make that play stand. Jump serve across. Ball up high for Memorial off the net. That's off the block, and a point scored for Memorial. Makes it a 3-2 game. Mac High waiting on the return of serve. A high set. Spike past the blockers on the angle in the back corner, and that's good for the kill. Rotating into the game is 80 Moore to the front row. While back at the service line. They'll get that ball over. Over on the Memorial side, McAllen Memorial sets it up. Lady Mustangs, big swing, and a point scored as that finds its way home on the back row. Makes it a 4-3 game. Deep serve, carries out of bounds. Lady Bulldogs back to serve again. Ball up high at the net and put away with a big kill for Memorial. Makes it a 5-4 game. Good play by Memorial to keep that alive for a moment, but the Lady Bulldogs able to score the point. Back to serve, Anahi Munoz. Munoz serves it with the left hand, got it in the net. Point Memorial. Middle of the court, played over. Bulldogs looking for that back corner, that's out of bounds. All tied at 6 apiece. Serve over, and that's an ace served up for Memorial. Jump serve across. Good pass this time by the Bulldogs. Sets up the hit. Memorial setting up the attack left side. That's off the block, and that's down for the point. Memorial up 8-6. Serve across. Big spike into the block, played by the Bulldogs as they'll keep it alive. Punched over, ball challenged at the net. Stays on the Memorial side. McAllen now goes on the attack. Set it up on the left side, tipped over. Good coverage by that back row of Memorial to keep this rally going. Block at the net, and that falls through for the point, making it a net 7 game. Bulldogs to serve. Audrey Zamora back at the service line. Zamora gets that over. Played by Talamintes. Off the net, spiked over. Played by the McAllen Lady Bulldogs. Ball up over. Played by Memorial. High set middle. Block back at you. Point McAllen. We're all tied. Front row making the play that time for the Lady Bulldogs. Serve across by Zamora. At the net, spiked across. Played by the Bulldogs. All over. That's Bella Mata on that left side on the front row. They'll set Mata again. Spikes it too far. Out of bounds it goes. Memorial scores the point. Serve across for the Mustangs. That's going to be an ace served up for McAllen Memorial. That's another point scored by McAllen Memorial. Sydney Marburger back at the service line. Marburger puts that over. Big swing by the Bulldogs. Covered nicely by Talamintes. A high set off the net. Spiked across. Diving play, nothing doing. Point Memorial. McAllen on the attack again. From the middle, that's a crunching blow, but they'll call 2 hits. Point awarded to Memorial. Played by Zamora. High set on a back set, that's over on the Memorial side. Set it up far side, big swing. Played by McAllen. Punched over. Ball back on the Memorial side, center off the kill attempt, and that's good for the point. Memorial scores again. Timeout on the floor, back after this.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Back here, action continues. 15-8 your score. McAllen Memorial on top. McAllen on the attack. Set it up high center, and Put over, played by McAllen. Going back on the attack, the Lady Mustangs. Set up this time. Jocelyn Fernandez hits that over. From the middle, McAllen attacking. Mustangs able to somehow keep that ball in play. From the back row, here come the Bulldogs again. Center set, big kill, down it goes, point McAllen. Bulldogs on the kill. Rotating back to serve for McAllen. Lily Yanner back at the service line. And that hit goes into the net, making it a 16-9 game. They're going to have to change out that baton. As they do that, we'll keep it right here. Reminding you the championship game of this is coming up a little bit later on. After this semifinal, Mission Vets awaits the winner of this game. Back here after they replace the baton. McAllen goes center set. Punched up in the air, kept alive by Memorial. High set again on the center. Same set, blocked, and a point to McAllen. And they score the point. Ball on the back row, played by the Lady Bulldogs. Back on the Memorial side. Near the net, punched over, and another point for Memorial. Memorial back to serve. Demi Banks was back there. Corey Talamentes now serves it over. Ball over on the Memorial side. Set it up high, left side, off the block, and that's down for a point. Sydney Marburger that time. I'll check that. That's not Marburger. That ball goes in the net. McAllen to serve it up. Punched up in the air. Memorial second hit over. Diving play. McAllen will keep that alive somehow. Back on the Memorial side. High set off the block. Played by Memorial, or by McAllen again. Lady Bulldogs. Mustangs can't get it over. Point McAllen. Back to serve for McAllen. Serena Signs puts this one into play. Ball up high, spiked across. Signs there to return that. High set off the net, punched over. Spike across by Memorial, that's good for a point. Playing it off the block. Serve over by Jackie Trevino. That's going to be good enough for a point. Trevino on the serve. Jackie Trevino ready to go again. Jump serve this time with some pace. That's an ace down the line for Trevino. 21-12, timeout after this.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Back here after the timeout, and McAllen Memorial making it look easy right now against Mac High. Again, we saw this earlier when Mission Veterans had not played and they took on a Pioneer team. And in game one, Mission Vets just weren't on the right page. They regrouped midway through that game and then eventually won in a sweep of 2 games. Here in this one, McAllen Memorial, having played earlier, looks to be on another line as they have this now 7-point lead at 22-15. Mac High Bulldogs back to serve. Jump serve across. Memorial, Lady Bulldogs set it up off the net. Natalie Silva right there. And a point to Memorial. And they go up 23-15. Silva back to the service line. Silva puts that across. Bulldogs on the return to serve. High set off the net, played over. Mata now back on that front row. Banks now on the front row for McAllen Memorial. That's in the net call, and a point to Mac High. Left-handed serve across, played by Talamentes. High back set off the net. Point for Memorial, and they get to 24. Trying to take game one here of this best of 3. Jump serve. Good return to serve by Zamora. Back set off the net, played over on the Memorial side. High set off the net there from the back row. That's going to be blocked, and a point to Memorial, and they win game one. 25-16, McAllen Memorial. Now 1 game away from making it to the finals. Mac High trying to force game 3. Game 2 coming up after this.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, my wife Dahlia on the camera all night tonight. Marcus Clark helping with some photos and helping us get spotted with some of the names out here without uniforms. That's tough to do without uniform numbers. Mackay Bulldogs to our left side will now have to dig deep. Memorial will try to put this away in 2 games and advance on to the championships against Mission Veterans. Bulldogs score the first point of the game. Back to serve is Mata. Serves it across. Off the net, played over by Trevino. Ball up at the net. Bulldogs get that over the blockers and score the point. Go up 2-0. Mackay. And we've seen this team get on a roll throughout this tournament. And they too can put teams away. Served by Mata. Pass goes out of bounds. That's another point. And Mackay up 3-0 early. Mata will serve again. Jump serve this time, looking for that back corner. Off the net, that Silva gets it over. Bulldogs on the attack, over on the angle, played by Talamentes at the net, blocked back at you, point, Mackay. They're up 4-0 here in game 2. That's in the net. Another point to the Lady Bulldogs. 5-0 ball game. We'll keep it right here. Reminding you we have additional broadcasts coming your way tonight, as we'll have the championship game here, the gold bracket, and on our other system we'll have the championship of the silver bracket coming from this venue. We also want to remind you that next week, as we close out the week, it'll be UIL volleyball coverage at the Donna tournament. We'll also be involved, we're working on being involved in the broadcast of the Pound Fest and McAllen. Got some other games circled as well, as we'll try to get more and more systems involved. Silva puts that across, and that's a point for the Memorial Mustangs. That's their first point, so the timeout works. And now they'll look to score. Talamentes serves it over. Bulldogs with a high set and a huge swing, looking down the line. That's out of bounds. Point to Memorial. Talamentes again, a serve across is out of bounds. 6-2 as the Bulldogs rotate in. Jump serve across with some pace is across. Ball over on the Bulldog side. Good pass by Zamora. High set in the middle over the blockers. Point Mackay. They're up 7-2. You can see with each point scored, just a little more confidence coming into play. As an ace is served up for the Bulldogs, and they're up now 6. 6-2 game. Next serve across. Better pass this time for the Lady Mustangs. Silva can't get that across though, and now it's a 9-2 game. The timeout stopped the first run. Memorial may have to burn another one. Don't have many in this tournament. That's off the block. Another point to Mackay. They're up 10-2. Timeout call. Mustangs trying to talk again. Mackay seems to have woke up. Back after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
After the timeout, the Lady Bulldogs trying to go right back to work. Lady Mustangs trying to right the ship here in game 2. Silva reaches for the extra power. Pushes it too deep, out of bounds. Another point to Mac High. Game 1 was controlled by Memorial start to finish. Game 2, right now, all Mac High. That one's blocked back on the Memorial side. They will not get it over. Another point to Mac High. Bulldogs up by 10. Serve across, that's an ace. Mac High up 13-2. They're just joining in. McAllen Memorial dominated in game 1 of this match. Game 2 here is all Mac High. That one goes out. Memorial gets the point. We're going to check now the ability to come back in a game. Down by 10. Silva serves it up. Quick set for the Bulldogs. Tipped over the initial front wave. Quick set for the Bulldogs. Tip back, blocked at you. Point Mac High. They score again. 14-3 game. Bulldogs rotate back Audrey Zamora to the service line. Zamora gets that across and return. Third hit over. Easy chance here for Mac High with a good set. Off the block point, Bulldogs score again. They're up a dozen. Ball up, punched over. It's going to be in the net, called on Memorial. Mac High now up 13. They'll serve again. Momentum definitely has swung to the Mac High side. Back row attempt this time, Silva puts it over. Played by the Bulldogs on the left side. That's too strong, out of bounds it goes. Memorial scores. The game to 25, obviously just getting to 15, 16 points doesn't ensure much of anything. So if you're Mac High, you don't dare rest on your laurels, realizing you're playing in a game that you have to win. Memorial scores there. Memorial on the flip side doesn't want to coast back into a courtesy type of game. They'd like to put this away. You open up that third game and anything happens in a game that's dominated by momentum so often. Jump set at the net. Played over on the Mac High side. Bulldogs with the set. Tip past the blockers. Defense keeps that alive for the Mustangs. Second hit over. Played by the Bulldogs. Back row attempt. Punched in the air. Third hit is over. Free hit coming up for the Bulldogs. Jump set middle. Tipped over the blockers. And again a point for Mac High. You can see these aren't the crunching blows. That's what we saw with Mission Veterans earlier. These are just well-placed hits, understanding placement of the defense aligned against you. Back set this time, that's in the net. Point scored for Memorial. The McAllen Memorial are looking to build anything you can that starts some momentum. If you can flip that switch, you can get back in this. Back corner, that is out of bounds, a point to Memorial. Jimmy Banks to serve again. Gets it over, a high set for the Bulldogs. Off the block, covered though by Memorial. In the net called though, point to Mac High. Mac High scores. And a serve is an ace for the Bulldogs. They're up 12 again. Are we We on course for game 3 here between these two. Another serve over. Ball up high. Big swing played by the Bulldogs. Past the blockers, covered this time. Back row watches. That's down for a point for Memorial. For Memorial, you want to get into the 13-14 range here before giving up this serve. Gonna have to stage a wave of points. And a couple of stages of this. That's in the net. Point Memorial. Psychological part of this is just to get to 10, get that score to double figures. Down still by at 10 points. Good pass this time, sets up the kill. Back row plays that for Memorial. Second row, nice coverage on the back row by the Bulldogs. Sets up the hit. Memorial, good chance here to score. Set up Marburger, spikes it down off the defense. Point Memorial, they score again. Now you've got to 10. Can you score 2 to 3 more here this wave? Minimal. High back set for the Bulldogs, and that's a point for McAllen. So the next evolution of playing as far as achieving a psychological point in the game, McAllen now to that 21st. Memorial, Mustangs needing to score here. And a point for the Bulldogs. They get the roll off the net. Up 11. Bulldogs to serve again. In the net it goes. Service there opens a little bit of a opening for McAllen Memorial. Straight across. Free ball coming up for Memorial. Good pass by Talamantes. Jump set for Banks. Covered by the Bulldog defense. Back row punches that over. Pass up near the net. Set up Banks again. Over it goes. Check that. That's Marburger on the front row. Point to Memorial. Serve is deep, and it goes out of bounds. McAllen stays with that 10-point lead. They'll serve now. Short serve. Played up by Memorial. Punched over by Silva. Bulldogs on the attack. Back row plays it forward for Memorial. Second hit over. Bulldogs there to cover that. Attacking from that left side. That's going to be in the net call. Memorial scores the point. Memorial coming back at you. Serve over. High back set this time. Over on the Memorial side. Good chance here for the Mustangs. Back set off the net. Point scored, Memorial. 8-point game as Talamantes goes back to the service line. Can you score 6 to 7 points in a row here? That's what Memorial is facing. Can they do that? Bulldogs watch as an errant pass falls short, and an easy point there for the Bulldogs. 2 points away from putting this thing in the history books and setting up game 3. Pass is punched forward on the second hit. Bulldogs set it up middle, and a crunching blow scores a point for McAllen. Bulldogs now serving for the win here in game 2. In the net it goes. Point Memorial. Memorial gets it over. High set off the net. Mustangs trying to stave off a game point here. McAllen looking for the win and off the block. Still alive. Mustangs play it again. Bulldogs coming right back at you, center. Back row there to play it again. Long rally. This time Mustangs on the kill. That is in for the point. Down to 8, McAllen Memorial. Serving it up again. Up near the net, another point for Memorial. 24-17. Such a long uphill climb for McAllen Memorial. Bulldogs looking for the win right here. That may do it. It does. McAllen wins game 2. Game 3 coming up. Somebody's going to the championship. McAllen Memorial decided after this.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the Bulldogs of McAllen first break out of the huddle, make their way out onto the court. They fought back after falling in game 1 of this best of 3, in a game in which they never led, and flipped the switch, won game 2, never trailing. Setting up game 3, Memorial will serve to start it off. Jump serve on the way, across, played by the Bulldogs from the back row. Ball up near the net. Chance for Memorial to get on the board first here in game 3. Center set, big swing, but out of bounds it goes. The set was there, the opportunity was there as the blockers weren't in place. But just a little bit too much pace on that sends it out of bounds. Bulldogs back at the service line. That's a Yanner to serve. Gets it over, right side setup, a big swing by Natalie Silva, played by the back row of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs watch, Mustangs on the attack this time, a swing on the left side, and that carries out of bounds. Point to McAllen, they go up 2-0. Next serve for the Bulldogs, straight down the middle. Diving play keeps that alive, back on the Mustang side. Center set off the net, played by the Bulldogs. Off the net this time, blocked back at you. Ball still alive on the rally. Back set, right side, and a point for McAllen. And now the Lady Bulldogs are starting to win those rally points. As very similar to what we saw with Mission Veterans. Once they got rolling, able to get it really going and put the game away. Nice kill that time. Put across. Hey, we got another schedule in. We got to make sure we forward that to Dahlia. So we're putting all our schedules together. I got all 53 football teams' schedules in. We're putting a master schedule together. We're doing the same thing on volleyball as we set sail on which games we're going to be covering on a broadcast perspective. Ball back over on the Memorial side. That goes out of bounds, though. And a point to the Lady Mustangs. Sydney Marburger serves it over. Or check that. That's Jocelyn Fernandez back at the service line. High set, this time left side, and Silva looks to put it away. It's going to be tipped, and that is. We're tied at 3 apiece. Fernandez to serve again. Right down the middle. Bulldogs set it up, left side. Point McAllen. Bulldogs now up 1, serving. This game to 15, win by 2, no cap. High back set this time, and the net it goes, point McAllen. So now the tone has been set to the Lady Bulldogs, controlling the lead, even if it's a slight 2-point margin, which is what we're at now. Big hit, but that carries out of bounds. 6-3, McAllen on top. Timeout called by Memorial. The semifinal game. Number 3 in a best of 3 returns after this.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Back here on Rio Sports, 6-4 your score is after a timeout. Memorial Mustangs able to score. Ball up high over the middle. Mustangs on the attack, that's off the block, and that's a point for Memorial. They edge closer. 6-5 your score. Serve over. All tied at 6 apiece. Now Memorial with a chance to take the lead. Silva puts it over. Return by Zamora. High back set over the block. Played by Memorial. Chance to take the lead here, and they do as that's in. Memorial up 7-6. That's off the block, and a point ties it right back up. Nobody running away from the other in this one, despite rather easy lopsided wins in game 1 or 2 for either side. Mustangs, that's off the block. Point, McAllen Memorial back up 1. Halfway through, they'll switch sides. We'll be right back.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Health.
Back here, they did switch sides and went right back to work, and McAllen goes right back to tying the game up. Kill in the middle. Meanwhile, Mission veterans waiting around for the winner of this to decide the championship here on the gold bracket. Back row, ball played over. High set middle. And that goes out of bounds, carries out. Point to the Bulldogs. They're up 9-8. So often in these games, the 15 win by 2. The first to 10 has a slight advantage. Back row attempt. In the net it goes. McAllen gets to 10 first. 10-8. Mustangs gonna have to dig deep. Deep serve, return back at the net, punch back over. Mustangs get a chance, jump set, and the serve. Big spike, but it's covered by the Bulldogs. Mustangs attack again, center set, looking for the back corner, out of bounds it goes, point McAllen. Bulldogs defense that time ended up presenting the opportunity to score that point. Spike off the block. Ball up near the net. Second hit. Now a challenge at the net. Over on the Mackay side. Memorial attacks again center. Tipped past the block and a point for the Mustangs. 11-9 as McAllen Memorial scores the much needed point. Ball over on the Mackay side. Off the net this time. Getting that across. Making it a 12-9 game. Serve over on the Memorial side. Played by Mackay. Point on a double hit called against Mackay. Memorial climbs to within 2 at 12-10. Sydney Marburger back to serve with a jump serve with some pace. Gets it over. McAllen off the back row. Free hit coming up. Marburger with a pass. High set center. Off the net. Played by McAllen. Ball still on the back row. Another free hit coming up. Marburger again with a pass. This time across the net set. Back row plays that as Zamora keeps it alive. Punches it over. Another opportunity for Memorial. Third time's a charm. Yes, point scored, Memorial. 1 point game at 12-11. Marburger back to serve again. Gets it across, and that's near an ace as it's played by the back row. Chance here for Memorial. The pass is there. The set is high. Tip past the blockers, covered though. Mackay right back on the attack, off the net this time. Punched over. Ball up high on the Memorial side. Second hit over. Looking for that back corner. Played though. Ball in the middle. Played by Memorial. They'll keep this one alive. At the net. Challenge there. And in the net called on Memorial. Point to Mackay. Two-point lead. Here's your chance for McAllen to take control of this game. Good pass, set it up, big swing, rocket point, McAllen Memorial not going away just yet. And now Memorial serving to tie it up. Short serve, good pass. Bulldogs get it over. Mustangs set it up again. Another big swing. That is out of bounds. Point scored for Mackay. 2 point game. Now Mackay serving for the win. Jump serve short. Played with a good pass. Memorial trying to stave off a game point. McAllen chance to head to the finals. The set is there. Over the block. Ball stays alive on the Memorial side. Back comes Mackay, another chance for the finals. Down, but out of bounds. 14-13. You staved off one game point if you're Memorial. If you can score here, you breathe just a tad bit. Give up the point, game's over. Back row gets it over. Free hit coming up for Memorial. Good communication, setting up the hit. And down it goes. We're tied at 14. So in essence, we go into overtime in a game that's decided to win by 2 with no cap. Now, like I said, you can breathe just a little bit if you're Memorial because every serve, the entire game and match isn't riding on the line. Memorial scrambles to get this over. Free hit for the Bulldogs. Now they can go on the attack. Center set, off the block. Point, Mackay. Bulldogs back up 1. They'll serve for the win. Memorial staved off a couple of game points in this game. Can they do it again? Can Mackay put it away? The serve is deep. The pass is high for Memorial. Set it up, past the block, and a point. We're tied at 15. Poised by this Memorial team right now, coming into play. Serve across. McAllen with a high set middle. Played up high. Middle, block back over at you. Memorial set it up again. Down point Memorial. Now the Mustangs serving for the win of the deciding game 3. Staving off several game points. Serve across. Pass over the net, tipped over. McAllen right there. Bulldogs back row, puts it just across. Memorial, chance to head to the finals. Tipped over, played by the McAllen Bulldogs. Big swing in the net, it goes, and Memorial's on their way to the championship game. Tough 17-15 victory and a back and forth affair between these two teams. McAllen Memorial will play Mission Vets in the championship game. It's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Reminding you the highlights will be up a little bit later on. That was Denny Moore, by the way, with Denny Banks for Memorial. Take a break, and when we'll have the championship game for you. Mission Vets and McAllen Memorial. Hope you enjoyed this one. Till next time, so long.